Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to the vlog. It has been a minute since I've talked to you guys. I haven't vlogged for quite a bit, and I kept thinking like, today I need to pick up the camera, today I need to pick up the camera, and it just hasn't worked for me to actually be able to sit down, say hi to you guys, and have the camera on me. But today I am starting again, and I'm so excited. I missed you guys. I woke up late. I slept through my alarm for work. I wanted to get up at 6:30 and instead I got up at 8. So I just got ready for work. Today's a work day and I'm gonna pack myself lunch, make myself coffee. But I'm actually so excited for today if everything goes right because I found the most incredible chairs on Facebook Marketplace. These are dream chairs that I never even knew were a dream of mine. I saw them and I was like, absolutely. They're in Illinois and we are in northern Indiana and I am willing to drive to go get them if that tells you anything. The lady that I've been messaging back and forth, she's been nice but not super responsive. So I'm like holding out hope, I guess, but it's a long way to drive by myself and to hope that they're there. So that's what I'm crossing my fingers for today, that everything works out really well and I'm able to get those chairs tonight after work. I drive 45 minutes to work and that's kind of in the direction where I need to go to pick up these chairs. So I'm hoping that after work I can just leave and go straight there and it cuts off, like I only have to do like an hour 45. I also wanted to show you guys something that I did last night, which was harvest my first cucumbers from the garden. I had no idea that these cucumbers were sitting in my garden. I look at my tomatoes a lot, I look at my jalapenos, and I'm like, oh, they're not ready yet. So I just assumed that my cucumbers wouldn't be ready, but these guys are beautiful. They taste amazing. We cracked into them yesterday right after we found them. My mother-in-law, some of my nieces and nephews, and so I have a ton, but I really would love to do pickles, and they say in order to do pickles you need smaller cucumbers. So I picked a lot of, hopefully these are more of a correct size of cucumbers, and I'll pickle them all tomorrow. Smaller ones. So anyways, this is like the smallest one that I got, and this is the biggest one. So they get pretty big and I'm really excited. But for the bigger ones, I think I'm just gonna cut them up and put them in my lunch today and I'll eat them with hummus. And then we're getting pizza brought to us at work because we have a meeting. I'll pack myself dinner for the road and then I think I'm good for the day. I have been using the Ballerina Farms protein powder in my coffee almost every single day since I started drinking coffee again, maybe like a month ago. And I will tell you, this stuff makes your coffee or your lattes, I haven't tried it in black coffee, but it makes my lattes with my Nespresso taste like a mocha from a coffee shop. It is so, so good. It has colostrum and grass-fed whey protein, collagen, and then colostrum. I'm not the biggest protein powder girl. I would much rather get my protein from a direct source, like have a chicken breast rather than a protein shake. But this stuff is actually insane and it just makes it easy to get. Honestly, like I don't really count my protein or care about it as much. I just know I want to have a protein-filled diet. So this is just an extra thing and I really like the way it tastes, so I'm gonna continue to have it. Before I leave for work, let's do a quick little fit check. Kind of my classic silhouette, but I just have my white pants on. I have this cute little flowy top. I just needed some nicer tops for when it gets hot out because I feel like I have a lot of winter things. And then my classic ballet flats. I am currently stuck in standstill traffic on the highway. It was so weird. It literally just came to a halt. I'm about like 50 minutes out, but now it's saying I have an hour and 45. So we'll see if traffic lets up, what this looks like. But I'm supposed to be arriving right now at 11 p.m. and it was supposed to be like 9:45 just like 15 minutes ago. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not super crazy. But I wanted to update you guys. I'm sure I will talk about this more tomorrow whenever you guys can actually see the chairs, but I finally got them And here's a little sneak peek. They are the most beautiful cowhide chairs, and I got 2 of them. They both have ottomans that match, and they are the most gorgeous chairs. I drove 2.5 hours, I might have said that. So I worked a full day and then left straight from work, and I picked them up, and the people that I got them from were so incredible. The lady was like, I got 60 messages and I just knew you were the one that needed to have them. She was like, the way that you communicated and the fact that you were gonna drive 2 hours, I just knew that you would enjoy them. And I feel so honored because I never ever knew I needed this chair until I saw them on Facebook Marketplace, and the fact that Caleb was so excited for them as well made it all the better. The lady was so nice. She had a full garage with a bunch of different things in there. So she was like, is there anything else in here that you want? And out of the corner of my eye, I had seen this KitchenAid, and I don't have a stand mixer KitchenAid. And I was like, are you selling your KitchenAid? And she was like, yeah, you can just have it. I was like, okay, what's the price? She's like, you can just have it. I was like, oh, I can't just take it. And she was like, okay, well, how about $25? I was like, I will take it for $25. So I actually need to mail her $25 because I didn't have cash and she didn't take Venmo. So anyways, I scored so many great things. I asked her about a few other things, so I just didn't want to push. I didn't want to push it because I didn't have any more cash on me, and that's all that she could take. So I got a heavy duty stand mixer KitchenAid, and it's white and it's so pretty. She was like, I'm so embarrassed, it needs to be cleaned. And I was like, girl, don't even worry about it. You know I'll clean it. So she was so clean. She had just cleaned the chairs. And so this is the back of one of them. Her boyfriend, I think, loaded them. So there's this one, and then there's another one in front of it. And both of the ottomans are standing on them. I also have another update I will hopefully be able to share in the morning. But if not, then I just want to say it now. We tore out our ceiling, as you guys saw that process when we first moved in. We're getting the ceiling replaced. So we're putting in drywall and having them completely fix it, which I was hoping when I got home tonight that I was going to do some work on the walls because they're pretty rough. I need to just fill holes and sand them. And they were damaged when we took off the ceiling. So there's some work that I needed to do that I was hoping to do before construction started in the living room, but I don't think that that's really very realistic for when I'm getting home at like midnight now. So anyways, I'm just saying all of that because I think that the guys, people putting in the drywall will get there like 7 in the morning. I don't know, that's what Caleb was estimating. So if I get up earlier than when they get there, if I get up and get around and get a video of what it looks like before, then I'll show that. But it should be done by the end of the week. And then another thing is, I think I'm going to go out to Virginia and visit Caleb this weekend. He has been working full-time basically in Virginia, and so he stays there throughout the week and then comes home on the weekends. But I think I'm going to go out there because while he's been out there, he's joined rugby league. He loves rugby, he played in college, and he has a game on Saturday. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to fly out there Friday morning and just hang out with him. And then we have family, all of Caleb's sisters live in Virginia. I would see my parents, but they're at family camp. So we'll just see some family, hopefully over the weekend, and stay with them. And then I'll head back on Sunday. Good morning, happy Thursday. I woke up so early this morning to make sure that if the contractors got here at 7, that's what Caleb was kind of thinking they'd be here, but they're not here and it's 8:30. So the house is open whenever they come. But I decided to come out to the barn and ride. I've been doing a little bit of work with my mother-in-law. My sister-in-law helped me. And I don't know, I just feel like it's good for me to just put time in the saddle rather than thinking about doing it, even though I still feel like I have so much to learn. But I think that just practice makes perfect. And so I'm out here and I'm gonna ride Winchester. My father-in-law mowed the round pen, so I think I'm gonna do some work in there. And then, I don't know, maybe a trail ride, we'll see. The ride went well. I didn't really show much, but Winchester is has done so good for me. He's kind of had a history of being very stubborn. He definitely still has that personality, and he's a little stubborn for me sometimes, but today he did really well while riding. And then I gave this pretty girl her medicine. She has an eye infection. So right now we keep a halter on her so that we can do her medicine twice a day. And here's the star of the show. I just got ready for the day. I have a sweater on because, I don't know, I'm going to get my passport picture taken. I'm renewing my passport finally to update my name change. But anyways, I need to go and do my passport. So I'm gonna go get my passport picture taken. And I just don't know if you can wear a tank top. I don't wanna wear a t-shirt. So let me look at what my old passport picture looks like. Actually, so bad. There's little 2021-year-old me in all her glory. Back again with the chairs. I didn't unload them because the guys came to do our ceiling today, and I didn't want to put more furniture in the living room that they would have to move. But ever since moving back to Indiana, I have loved it. Like, I cannot lie, I've loved every bit of it. But the one thing I will say about living here in Indiana is the coffee shop options are very limited, which they kind of were to an extent in California. Well, I don't know. That's not fully true. It's just like the options here are not my favorite, so in a way I don't really feel tempted to go out for coffee, which is great. But whenever I do crave a coffee, like today I had one this morning, but I ran out of oat milk, so I would have made myself a second one in the afternoon. Anyways, I just stopped at a coffee shop and got a nice latte. Also, growing up in Kansas City, I don't know, all my Kansas City people can just let me know if they feel this way, but the coffee there is incredible. I was so spoiled in high school and when I was getting into coffee. There are so many options there and the quality is all incredible. Like, you can't get better anywhere else, and I think I just accepted that my hometown in Kansas City was the norm, and it definitely was not. And I realized that there were not a lot of great coffee shops around in every single city. I got my passport picture taken and definitely improved from my last passport picture, but there's just something about not smiling in a picture that makes it just a little scary. In case you guys wanted to see the new and improved picture. Good morning, you guys. I wanted to turn on the camera. I'm about to head out on the road. I'm on my way to Virginia. I'm flying, but it's like a 2.5 hour drive to the airport that I'm flying out of. Hi, can I get your... Ever since I tried the brown sugar shaken espresso, which I like heard so much about forever, but it's actually my favorite drink at Starbucks, which is so nice to have a go-to drink because I, for so long, was like, Starbucks is not my favorite, and it's still not my favorite, but I really like this drink, so it just makes that all the better whenever you actually have a drink that you know is trusted and true.